A dusty and disused storefront, closed with a metal shutter. Above, a faded sign names the building, the Animal Zone. You lift the shutter gently. It resists, locked. Come back at night, or find another entrance. Carl was here. M+Y, heart. Unstoppable trade forever. Marito is a dog rapist. You turn away from the storefront. A filthy flyer glued to the wall. A row of bespectacled men stare into the middle distance, while in their midst a lone figure looks towards the viewer. A man with a brown paper bag on his head. Above him in bold letters, the reality situation. Yellow text in black and white. Tune in, everyday coverage, and in all caps, they did it again. The Subcommandante salutes you. His stare seems to say, so you think. He promises myriad truths. Great, terrible, the undoing of all you know. Hold on. You know what could use a little more reality? That big blank wall next to your bed. It's been adhered to the wall with blue reusable adhesive. Sticky, easy for quick installation and removal. You're able to get it down and rolled up without any difficulty. The Guardia Municipal officer is intensely scratching at his neck. As you approach, he wipes his hand on his trouser leg.
Hola, miss. Hope there's a reason you stopped an officer while he's on duty. Socks are the one thing I don't need. Too many elderly relatives for that. Officer Marito, agente coordinador for the Guardia Municipal. Do you need help with anything? I can tell you Petra the music vendor's a major asshole. I asked him about an old Blood Golem disc, and he told me he'd rather tie polystyrene blocks to his feet and jump in the canal, then look for it.
Doesn't make sense. Why not go for something that sinks?
I told him as much. He said that was the point. His demise should be slow, so that I'd hear him scream for hours. I don't get why he brings up all this violent stuff all the time. If he ever goes through with it, there won't be any shock value. It'll just be sad. Blood Golem is a band. Blood Golem. Blood Golem might have been banned where you're from. Their post-sludge is too revolutionary for most places. Primal, filthy, slow, all ending. Like an army of giants growling underwater while smashing cliffs together.
None of these words make any sense to you, either singly or even less in combination.
As a matter of fact, too powerful for most Portaferans. It's like nobody cares about our own music anymore. Or art, really. We've had instances of theft around the docks recently. All the crates were ripped open in strange ways. Anything and everything. Seems like the work of kids, if you ask me. Must be trying to scare people too, as weird noises have been heard at night. Screaming and howling.
Animal rival.
Apart from that, it's quiet. Just how I like it. Believe me, I do plenty. Just by standing here, even. No better deterrent against crime. Really, the hardest part's keeping people away from the boars. That's the big one. You're lucky then. We've been dealing with an infestation for weeks. Back ways are full of them. How bad does it look?
A smeared pattern with streaked edges. You can rule out natural irritants.
It feels noticeable. Might be the topical boar repellent I've been using. Instructions said to apply generously. And here I was hoping it'd help. It used to be a seasonal problem. Every autumn, some adults would come down bold and hungry. But lately, it's more of a permanent residency. The hills up north, as far as I've heard. Valle de Suspiro. You've got thorns, ferns, old trees. A nightmare to patrol. At best, they're a nuisance. The little ones are fine, but the adults could take off a kneecap if you're not careful. And then there's the really big one, the mother. They don't seem so bad if they're alone, but they're never alone. Get 5 or 6 together and they can take down a grown man. Oh, 100, 150 kilos? Easy. Enough to stop a tuk-tuk going full speed. But even they got nothing on the mother. Massive. Furs all matted, covered in scars, territorial too. Preys on drunks, stumbling back from Party Alley. You shouldn't joke like that. All mothers are special, even this one. No love like a mother's.
No damage either.
Anything that can survive on the streets of Kisok has got the stars' favor. And I have respect for astrology. So when the mother comes around, I do my best to keep civilians out of the backways. Tusks, claws, knives, bullets. Take your pick. Every few years, some brave moron tries to take her down, but she stands undefeated.
Must find Borsen.
You got a weird glint in your eyes. Let's not do anything stupid, all right? You back away, slowly. If you get a whiff of it charging, find something to climb if you can. And then, come find me. Not this again. Did Aunt Carmuna put you up to this? My hands are tied, legally. Pylons are out of my jurisdiction. Or you don't get how things work here, as a foreigner. You see, the Guardia Municipal has a meticulous approach to perimeters. Hero tram companies have their own branch of the Guardia. Anything higher than 6 meters up in this city is their purview. Good question. Really good question. We have a form for such inquiries. You'll find it at the central station in the Sunset. She's been a worrier for as long as I've known her. Always some catastrophe or other looming. But it's not just that. Carmuna and most of the older folks, they can't accept that things overall are all right. Some people struggle with that. Look around. What do you make of the bazaar? Can't. Payphones belong to Renotel. It's private business. The Guardia Municipal doesn't have jurisdiction to look into that. Hey, I'd look into this in a heartbeat if I could. But Marito is not one to run afoul of the law. The law's not perfect, but it's there. Not well, but I've known her a long time. Eno used to bring her here as a toddler. Yeah, Eno's gone. Him and his other fuck-up buddy Gilmar. These two fancied themselves detectives. It's what happens when you have more time than sense on your hands. Figure these two just ran off, leaving the kid to deal with their mess. Not at the same time. That'd be too obvious. Eno reported Gilmer missing about a week before he disappeared.
That's a lot of skepticism around reported and disappeared.
Way I see it, they started planting the phone story weeks ahead of time as a cover. Planned the whole scheme. Got two theories. Debts is the obvious one, of course. It'd make sense. 80% of all disappearances are debt-related. The other 20's mostly divorces, especially when a boat's involved. It's statistics. I can't argue with those. Now, if it's not debts, then we're clearly looking at something more salacious. Two men, yeah? Old friends, close friends, detecting together. It's sad. Kids run away from home, sure. But a parent, unnatural that. Sure. Don't need to dwell on this sad mess.
As you step away, the GM returns to scratching his inflamed skin. This is the one. The payphone that makes people disappear. The receiver emits a hollow whisper in your ear. You hear only the reverberation of your own voice, amplified by the phone. Still half hoping for something to happen, you put the receiver down. Nothing happens. You hang up the phone, undisappeared. You step into the... You hang up. monolith of gleaming beverages, encased in glass and light. Strange patterns and vivid colours abound. One catches your eye in particular, a striking red and black can marked Heifer Red and Black Special Edition. Delicious scarcity. Obtain. Automated, unfeeling commerce stares back at you. It is no coincidence that the contraption before you mirrors the proportions of a coffin. The machine doesn't care about your financial situation. Either it receives your money, or you do not exist. You may find it impossible to forget Heifer Red and Black Blend Special Edition.
You're not Portaferan.
As he addresses you, the gazes of his two table mates veer towards you, like cataractic headlights. Slavering, impotently aroused, hyena attentions.
Vows like that? I don't think so. I was going to say you look Mercian, but now I hear your accent. You sound it too.
What happened, Sugar Tits? You get lost? Or are you just looking for company?
Kill this lecherous geriatric.
Fair warning. Between us, we've only got a few salt to our names.
Animals. That's how it is with most pilots, though. Here.
Schnaps. It washes stinging down your throat, followed by a kind of anesthetic vapor that rises all the way into your sinuses.
We're all strangers in this city. Why don't you join us? We've got nothing better to do. At least until the phone hugger over there fucks off or dies.
Not 10 meters away, a young man clutches the payphone to his ear, whispering urgently.
Just another foreign money, man. City's been full of them lately.
Stuck-up little shit. Strolled in one evening, couple of nights back, picked up the phone and hasn't let go of it since.
Who cares, Sugar? No one in a suit ever did any real work.
Come on, foreign money men in this city? Empty, obviously.
Wherever there is money, the bloody hand of transnational capital is never far away.
We all want our turn, Sugar. That's 'cause you don't know the miracle line.
The miracle line must be what that card in your pocket is about.
It's just a sex line, Mercia. Though admittedly a formidable one.
He's here every damn day. Stays on the line for hours. Doesn't care one bit if anyone else has had a turn or not. Only shuffles off once the sun sets. What are we going to do? Fight him? Even if somebody pummeled him half to death, he'd feel nothing. He's an empty suit. Not even the decency to be sad. Let him rot in him wealth.
He's not rich, Slava. He just works for rich people. Ignore them, Mercier. They have no idea how money works. Ex-pilots. Does Joe there look like he could get anything up, let alone a plane? That's Loud Joe. He doesn't talk much. I'm Pigeon. That's Slava over there.
Slava used to be the name of a fishing port company out of the north. My main cargo for a while. Packages stunk to high hell.
Guess.
A dirty little city bird. A winged rat.
Sure, why not?
Man's got no compass. Him couldn't make it to the pier phone without using radar.
Joke's on you all anyway. I never minded pigeons. Tough little fuckers.
I did clockwork freight. Perishable goods, fruits, marrow fish, whatever spoils quick.
Military.
The saliva smacking in his throat and mouth is louder than any words formed.
Oh, he can speak. Just not a whole lot of sound comes out. Question of vocal cords. Loudjow was what they call a lamprey. People smuggler. Legally, yes, but all his cargo were there voluntarily. Desperate, in fact. Zhao ran low-altitudes missions in and out of the territories for, what, 10 years? Call them whatever you want. They wanted out.
Officially, we're Lucian.
We're exiles. The reunion came for us. We came here.
The reunion. The Los's grand annexation campaign. Slow, legal, often bloody. A creeping tide reclaiming every few years one more of their old colonies.
If it is, I won't be around to see it. Liver's on its way out. Cancer will get me before the Lusians do. Working on it. Cheers.
A few hundred brain cells pleasantly fizzle out in unison.
Anyway, you're the foreigner here, Mercia, so you tell us. The Lucians. Think they'll be here anytime soon? Either way, that's for you lot to worry about. I'm out the door.
The pilots exchange a look in silence.
Tell you what, Messiah. You grease my gullet. I'll tell you some fucked up stories.
You know what he means, but you can't help it. An apple-sized dollop of lard melts between hand and chest as you massage grey tufted folds of old skin.
Well, I still have my tenantry passport. Stamped on arm. Could fly back any day.
A particularly brutal annexation. The tenantries were razed almost to the ground. What remains is a shrunken capital surrounded by non-arable land.
Would you look at that? A Marsean who actually knows something about the world.
Course there is, sugar. Bright sun, sandy beaches. A mass grave somewhere with the bones of my parents. Wish I could say the same, sweet lips. It's got a couple things to recommend it, eh?
It's a bit shit, but it's fine.
You picture the words in bold on the cover of the world's least enthusiastic travel brochure.
Oh, you know, got some real friendly locals. Skilled, too.
You'd be happy to live on a trash heap as long as you got to keep your phone sex, wouldn't you?
He means the Miracle Line. They're regulars. All of them.
Wish I could say the same, sweet lip. I did clockwork.
Military.
The saliva smacking in his throat and mouth is louder than any words formed.
Laojiao was what they call a lamprey. People smuggler. Legally, yeah, Joe, call them whatever you want. They wanted out.
He nods gruffly.
Wish I could say the same, sweet lips.
From the superblock, eh? Interesting. But no.
I would say ask the Duchess herself, but she doesn't talk about clients with other clients. She's professional like that.
Can't say anyone like that struck me, but a lot of people use the phone line. The only reason why we really notice the hugger is because he refuses to leave.
Pseudopod. It's as though he had been as much of a non-person when he was alive as he is now.
Sure do, sweetheart. The good Dr. Hugo's on his houseboat right there.
The one called Zhao points to the path behind him, along the water's edge.
Reassuring to know that no matter how hot and heavy it gets, we're only 10 feet away from resuscitation. Please, sugar, we can't deal with any more competition. The money man has us down to quickies.
It's always connected, that's what. No dialing, no choice to call anyone else. You pick up that phone over there, done. She's there.
Duchess.
Coin got stuck in there sideways. Devil knows when. Phone call's been going on ever since.
One big session, sugar. At least 5 years long and half the city wide. Duchess versus the world.
The filthy communality is what they get off on.
Not too many people around here will be happy about that, I imagine. What I can tell you is this. When the rest of the Renotel payphones went wireless, that one stayed the same. Take from that what you will. Will you look at that?
Now where did a sweet thing like you pick that up?
Nice piece of memorabilia. To answer your question, you used to see a few of these floating around, but not for years. Figure it was from before that phone was permanently hooked up.
Why does everything have to be about money these days?
Oh, Slava would just love that, wouldn't you?
Better than most humans I know.
If it is about money, it's not in any way that concerns us. Line's been free for as long as anyone can remember.
I got nothing to hide. Can't speak for Pigeon though.
Pigeon rolls his eyes and feigns indifference.
I used to ask for some kinky stuff, but it's not like that anymore. Duchess and I are friends now.
The John is always the enemy. She may have made him think they are friends, but they are not.
That's what you think, Monsieur. Talk to a person for long enough, it's inevitable you end up becoming close. Provided, of course, you don't spend all that time asking her to make animal noises. In fact, regarding Duchess, I have a favor I need someone to do for me. You don't think you could help me out, do you? I bought a gift for Duchess's kids some time ago, but I haven't been able to drag myself all the way up there. Can you give it to her for me?
Something's not right here. He's not exactly lying, but nor is he telling the truth.
Oh, it's just some ridiculous wolf-related paraphernalia from some show they're obsessed with. Don't tell me you're into that tripe. I thought it was exclusively kid stuff. Maybe I'm just too old to get it. Why would I lie?
For one, to humiliate his companions.
It's just some stupid wolf paraphernalia from that show the kids are obsessed with. They love that shit, apparently. But all right, monsieur.
If you think he's up to something, the best way to find out what would be to pretend you're going to do the task for him, and then talk to her about it.
Don't tell me you're into that tripe. Maybe I'm just too old to get it. Thank you, monsieur. Honestly, I'm just sad I can't take it myself. Wait a minute. Here. Tell them, Grandpa Sam sent it. Remember that. Ah, it's just an inside joke we have going. A pet name, if you will. You know the housing campaign? Northwest from Party Alley. She's got a houseboat in the canal up there. Should be one of the only ones in the area. Thank you, Marcia. We'll be here.
It seems to be a novelty cup. Merchandise for that Lusian propaganda cartoon that the kids were watching at the bazaar. 66 wolves. The heavily applied paint gives off a petroleum smell that sticks to the back of your mouth. The spiky plastic and severe angles make it nearly impossible to drink from without taking an eye out. Form definitely came before function. You can't deny it's an impressive feat of plastics molding and delicate paintwork. You feel the satisfaction of a new obsession being indulged for the first time. You put Critical Wolf away and look back up to face the ex-pilots.
Until next time, sugar.